Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I hope this message finds you well. It's me, Moati, on this beautiful Monday morning, coming out um, for a message, a really quick message about the L word, leadership. I've been thinking about this concept a lot lately, and I want to really encourage those of us who find ourselves in spaces of leadership, whether you're a leader at work, in the home space, in your family, wherever that place is, to bring some awareness to how you move in that leadership role. A few years back, I knew someone, an acquaintance of mine, who owned a business. She subsequently sold the business and then in that process went from having employees to having coworkers. So in other words, the people that used to work for her now worked with her. And I remember we were sitting down one day and one of her coworkers was cutting up, like cutting up seriously at work. And she said to me, she was like, now that I'm not his boss, he doesn't have to listen to me. So I guess I'm not going to say anything to him. Now, first of all, let me just say, I'm not a big fan of that word boss because God is my boss, but that's a conversation for another time. But anyway, anywho, when she said that, I was taken aback a little bit because it occurred to me in that moment that she leveraged her title as employer, her title as his boss, to get him to do what it was that she thought he needed to do. And that was her leadership style with all of her employees. As I think back, she was a bit of a bully, as a matter of fact. Um, not the best energy, oftentimes talked about her employees behind their backs, and didn't really, from my perspective, and from what I've heard, what I saw, what I observed, didn't really engage in real leadership to me, which is to inspire people to come up higher. Our real leaders are people who, by virtue of their example, really inspire people to want to do better. They take a real interest in their employees or whoever it is that they're leading. So if you're a leader in your family, you take an interest in your family. You take an interest in your children and your spouse. If you're a leader in your friendship circle, you would take a real interest in the people around you. That is real leadership. You take an interest in them. How are they doing? What are their dreams? What are their goals? How can you be of service to them and helping them move forward towards that goal? We don't bully and try to intimidate. That's not real leadership. And it's funny because years ago I used to think that when people would say they were intimidated by me, that used to sort of make me feel good. And I didn't realize that intimidation is that's really low vibration energy, particularly in the workplace. And that rather having people feel like they're intimidated by me, I want them to be inspired by me. I want them to feel supported by me. I want them to feel seen by me. And so I really take the time to talk to, whenever I'm in a space of managing somebody or working with somebody, to really talk to them about who they are, what do they want, what are their dreams, what are their goals. And I tend to get a better response that way. And so as we're thinking about your leadership, particularly if you're an entrepreneur, own a business, you're the leader of your family. As you go forward this week, I want to invite you to bring some attention and awareness to your leadership style. Do you lead by energy? Do you lead by example? Do you lead by that sense of collaborative? We're in this together. I'm here to support you. Or do you lead by, look, I'm the boss. When I come in, I want you to jump. Don't ask me why. Ask me, how high, that type of energy. Because if your energy is the latter, that bullying, intimidating type of vibe, you're not getting the best out of your employees. You're not getting the best out of your family. You're not even getting the best out of yourself. On the other hand, if you can go forward into those spaces where you do have influence with an intention that you are going to encourage, inspire, uplift the people around you, that you are going to give them the sense that we're all in this together. Not that you have to necessarily do their job or fulfill their role, but have this real sense of there's a collective goal that we are working towards. We all have our part to play, and I'm going to support you in playing your role. I'm going to support you in maximizing your capacity. I'm going to support you in maximizing your chances of success. That's real leadership. And not just in the workplace, at home as well. As an aunt, I do my best. I'm not always successful, but I do my best to talk to my nephews and nieces to find out, what's up with them and what's going on in their lives. We have the tough conversations when we have to, but I really try not to leverage, I'm the aunt, you're going to do what I say. I try instead to show them through example that I do have some wisdom based on my own trials and errors, and I'm very forthcoming about my errors that might serve them. And I try to also bring that energy into the workspaces where I manage people. I don't think I will ever say, well, I'm the boss and you have to listen to me, because who does that? Right? So as you're thinking this week going forward, whether at work or at home, bring awareness, attention, and intention to your leadership style. You could get the most out of people, including yourself, if you go forward with that collaborative, inspirational, collaborative, collective energy. There's a Ubuntu principle that says, I am because we are. Let that principle be your guiding principle in all the places where you find yourself in a leadership role. And I promise you, it will transform everything. All right, that's it. I hope this message helps you. I hope that you have a fantastic week. They say that, seek and ye shall find. That's a Bible scripture, I believe. I don't know which one, so don't try to quote me. But the point is that what you're looking for is looking for you. So as you go forward this week, look for good stuff. Expect good things to happen to you. Expect good opportunities to come cascading in your direction. And eventually they will. Okay, that's it. Have a great week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.